What's up, y'all? Been a while since I made a video. Sorry about that, but got signed off at work. Been pulling a lot of overtime, and I'm back on my car. I discovered a lot of problems with the rear suspension, so we're gonna have to do a complete overhaul on that. And that's for a later date. I don't have all the parts, and we're ordering parts now. So, what are we gonna do? Well, the steering wheel is disgusting from the previous owner, so we're gonna replace it. I've wanted a quick release wheel since I was in high school. That was like the hot ticket thing back in the early 2000s. Still a lot of guys do it. I found a really clean NRG wheel, NRG quick release, and an aftermarket hub adapter. So we're going to put that in, and then we're going to figure out the horn, the cruise control, and make that work. There's some of the video I started already, and it seemed to get corrupted, so there's no sound. So I'll try to talk and edit over that section. And like I said, I apologize for not having a video out recently. We have some work going on with the F-150 soon. New belts, adding a catch can for the oil on that. And then Project Gus is going to have a lot coming up soon as well. He's getting kind of tired. We're going to have to do new vacuum lines, axles, and a few other things. So let's get started on Lightnin Bug. I'll show you guys the wheel and what we ended up doing, and we'll go from there. Here is the NRG wheel on an NRG quick release. I've got the horn, it's 2 wires, yellow and black wire, and it just press fit in there. So I think this is called the NRG Drift series. It's perforated material, and I think it's leather, or at least knockoff leather. And then it's got finger grips. So we'll get in here and we'll start on the steering wheel disassembly and all that. But before we do that, we've got to take our strut bar out of the way, disconnect the ground, and then go inside and we'll start pulling the airbag and all that off. We have to figure out a solution for the bag, whether I want to put a resistor in the wiring harness, pull the bulb, or do something else. So that'll be another part of this video. And then cruise control, either I'll adapt to factory wiring, or a buddy of mine's been working on how he modified his, or we leave it disconnected. So let's dang, that thing looks pretty. Let's get started on taking this thing apart, get these battery cables disconnected, and go from there. Alright, here I'm showing you the button for the NRG quick release. One of the things you can do to these is remove this button, so that way you don't have to try to hold the button and pull up on the collar. It's as simple as removing a simple set screw with an Allen wrench. Here's the Allen wrench. You're going to remove this set screw right here, and then the button will pop out along with a spring. You can just set those parts in your toolbox if you guys decide to put them back in later. I want an easier way to pull the wheel. So now the button comes out as well as the spring. So we got the battery disconnected. Now we're going to undo the bolts for the airbag, which is two 10mm bolts, one here and one on the other side. And then just going to so that bolt's out, and then we'll take the other one out. The other bolt on the passenger side, and I got a little helper out here.
Which is my necklace.
Yep. My oldest.
And I got a watch.
Yep, we got a new watch.
And I hope you like and subscribe. We unconnected these two connectors.
Where's the other connector? Show us. That's one. Where's the other one? You got it right there.
And
what do we do with the cruise control?
We loosened it.
Okay, are we going to take the cruise control out?
Yep.
Okay.
Is the ground dirty?
No, it's okay. So what we're doing is we're taking all this stuff off here. We're going to get the cruise control out of the way, take this nut out of here, and then we're going to work on taking the clock spring. Alright, so we got the cruise control out.
Yep.
We got the center nut off. It's a 21 millimeter.
Yeah.
And then we're going to try to pull the wheel up. Nico, will you hold that and get the steering wheel in there?
Okay.
Sometimes it seems to come right off.
Yeah, sometimes. It usually comes off easily.
So we have the clock spring off. And then this has to be at the 3 and 9. And then I'm going to try to use this for a contact for the horn. I have a wire hooked to it that should be able to send it a signal. And then we'll figure out where that needs to go. But then I can at least put the ring on here and go from there. You guys, I kind of forgot to record some of this, but there's a little plastic clock spring back here, and you guys can even see a piece of metal that is going to be for our horn, which the wire is here, and we still have to sort. Yep, that one right there, buddy. And you want to make sure it sits all at the 12 o'clock position, the top notch. So we got to finish getting our bolts in here.
And we're going to put the steering wheel on.
Yep.
The new one.
Horn needs to be cleaned up, but here it is, our horn, the wheel. And then you guys can see, like I said, this is for the horn wiring. We have to figure out what is what on here, and then we'll just tap these into here, and I've got to figure out how to adapt my cruise control. So then this is the airbag wiring. We'll tuck that under here. But next to come is going to be getting rid of the ignition system and going push button start. So there you guys go. Now we got to make sure the wheels are straight too. What's going on, y'all? So I never ended the video for the steering wheel. I was going to do the cruise control, do the horn wiring, but I've been pulling a lot of overtime. I couldn't get around to getting back to it. So with that being said, the next video we're going to do a push button start from Brian Johnson out of Texas. And while we're in there doing that, we'll probably figure out we will figure out the cruise control, and we will figure out finishing up the horn wiring. That way, because I have to finish taking the column apart anyways for the push button start. So we'll just do all the wiring at once. So that's how I installed my NRG wheel, and I kept calling it a drift. I think in my video earlier in the video, it's an NRG Blitz. That's the brand wheel. And hopefully y'all can hear me. I got the windows down. We're trying to get some nice weather here in Colorado. And Gus does not have AC. So with that being said, y'all, thanks for watching, and God bless.